Welcome. This is a promo for SaaS on the Street this Friday at 3 o'clock. I'm going to be talking to Jason Ennor. Welcome, Jason.
Thanks. Cheers.
So Jason's the chief executive and the founder of MyHR. And one of the things I find really great is when somebody's spent their career working in a sector and they sort of go, okay, I've got to make this better. How can I make this better? And then they start a SaaS business. So Xero, the idea was conceived by an accountant. Diligent, it was conceived by board consultants. So what was your story, Jason?
Well, it was sort of nearly 15 years of struggling in corporate HR, working for some of the biggest companies in the world. I worked for Shell in the UK, where I cut my teeth, and then concluded with the Woolworths Group in Australia, their largest retailer in Australasia. So significant roles, pointy end of HR, high volume, issues rich, and a lot of inefficiency.
Issues rich. Issues rich.
That's a really polite way of saying we've got really cool work stories. Yeah.
I just noticed that's out of shot. So one of the things that struck me about Jason was that when we first started talking, we bumped into each other here at the Mountain Club in Queenstown, and I feel like I should get free rent for the amount of times I mentioned the Mountain Club. But one of the things that struck me was your 15-year time horizon, and that you've done the first 5 and you're midway through the second 5, and you know, not many people think like that. So where did that all come from?
Yeah, right. I guess I distinctly consider myself not to be a serial entrepreneur. You know, this is a one-hit wonder, and I'm totally unapologetic about that. When I had the idea of MyHR with my co-founder Sean, we knew we were doing something quite unique. Our hybrid of software and humans, the way we intended to disrupt HR. We had no software, no customers, no revenue, and almost no clue. We just started building from scratch. So we knew we would need time to build it. And we thought years 1 to 5, that is the build time frame.
Right.
It wasn't going to happen in 3 months, even with a massive injection of capital, because we had to get the processes sorted. So throwing resource and money at the issue was not the answer. And so we knew 5 years to build, 5 years to get it off the ground, turn it into a profitable entity, then 5 years of growth, and then 5 years to consider what exit might look like. At which time, as a 10-year-old business with international footprint, that may not be a desperate sort of run to a trade sale or exit to private equity or VC. It might be an IPO. It could be any number of things. So it gives us options. But the idea being we build a solid Kiwi brand with a profitable business that we can be really proud of, that is sort of a legacy company.
Yeah, I can imagine that with a 15-year plan that's kind of got those kind of guardrails, that the way you make decisions and the timing of things has a whole different flavor from a rip, shit and bust. We got to do it in 18 months.
Totally right. You know, we look at it, and that doesn't mean we don't iterate. It doesn't mean we're not agile. We are dynamic, we are fluid, but we look at things on the basis of, is this going to work? You know, what's the customer lens, and how does it feel for them? Because HR often, I think, ignores the customer. And this is internal HR as well. Your customers are your business leaders, your line managers. And I think too often we forget in our profession about that customer. And so that is always sort of centric to us in our decision making, is how's it going to go for them? And then how will it work at scale when we have software automation and hands-on human touch?
Great. So a lot of deep thinking, and we're going to get right and unpack MyHR, which is HR on demand plus SaaS. Friday, 3 o'clock here with Jason Ennor. Thanks, Jason.
Thanks. Cheers.
I'll just get the operator to turn it off.